Now, if you watch my videos, you may not know I'm a photographer and videographer. I hope that's clear from the quality of my videos, but it might not be. Now, recently I've been doing some cosplay shoots. I've actually found them really enjoyable, and at the moment I haven't been doing a lot of videos because I've got some big projects going on. I've got a quirky ferret hutch and I'm doing a giant marble run business, which is taking up a lot of time. But whilst I'm waiting for materials, I've got nothing to do. So I'm going to do a one-day build on an apothecary on a staff with a potion attached to it. Now, once I've built it, I'm going to give it to a cosplayer.
That is cool!
And we can use it in one of those shoots. Now, I've been wanting to do something with potions for a long time. On Instagram, I've seen some really cool videos. So I'm going to try to make my own potion, attach it to a staff, give it some character. It's supposed to be for a witch that trades potions for trinkets. So first things first, let's head into the woods and find a nice stick.
So it was very easy to find a stick in the woods. All I needed next was a bottle. So borrowed this vase and then headed into the kitchen. In here I mixed some hot water with some food colouring. Once I managed to open it properly, and I had the intention of getting a violet potion to match the character. However, by the end of the day, for some reason it had turned blue. This could be because I mixed it with isopropyl alcohol, and the reason I used the alcohol was to stop the glass getting algae on it over time. After that, I moved into my man cave and I used some micro powders. Now, micro powders are commonly used in makeup, and they've also used it in glass making. I got these off of Amazon. I'll drop a link in the description down below if I remember. But I think I put a bit too much in, and a little goes a long way. Having said that, I think this looks really cool, which is unusual for this early on in a project. Usually you get to a stage where everything looks like it's going wrong, and you have to bring it together at the end. However, this seems to be going surprisingly well. Oops. Okay, so something had to go wrong eventually. So I've used a rubber bung here and I've tried to seal it with some hot glue. That does not work well at all. Next, I bought some wax that goes in hot glue guns. Unfortunately, I've got a small hot glue gun and it won't fit. So I did what anybody in this situation would do and used a blowtorch. So I had a pretty good feeling this would be a bad idea, and of course I was correct.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
I certainly wouldn't recommend doing this. I think I burnt the wax, and besides that, the pot was really hot. So I used my welding gloves. I'm going to need some more. So I did decide to turn back to the blowtorch, but since then I have now bought a heat gun, which I think would be a lot better. I also found that when the wax dried it tended to lift off the glass, and I think that's because I made it too hot. After that I stamped it with a wax seal and then decided to wire wrap. After making a marble run out of copper wire, I found out I was particularly bad at trying to shape it. Now, somebody in the comments suggested that I should anneal the wire first, and I think this would have been a really good idea, but despite that, I didn't because I didn't really know how to. But next time, I'll definitely look into it. Probably. So here I'm covering my wire wrapping because it looks terrible, and then I've got to redo the wax seal because I did everything in the wrong order. But it is actually starting to take shape now, so it's time to use the power tools. I wouldn't recommend using power tools like this, but I am clearly very experienced. Now it's time to attach the bottle to the staff. Originally I was going to do this out of clay and try to form it so it looked like one continuous piece of wood, but this would have taken a long time, so I decided, because I hate myself, I'm going to do some more wire wrapping. So I made a little notch in the wood with a saw, again doing it very safely here, and then used that notch to wrap the wire and attach the bottle. I then used a screw for the wire to make sure it was secure. I also added on some decorative accessories and some hooks. The idea behind the hooks were not only to hold the bottle, but also so any trinkets can be held on there as well. So here we can see it's now blue for some reason. I haven't swapped it out, it must just be the alcohol that's done this. But now it's time to see if she actually likes it. I decided to take it to her while she was at work for some reason. This meant I had to walk through a crowded park with the staff and just hope I didn't bump into anyone.
Hello.
Yeah, that's
That's so cool.
like swirl it around a bit.
Oh, it's like a potion. Oh my god, this thing is heavy. You're gonna hurt someone with this. Oh, that's sick. This is like the potions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you.
Okay, so I think that's gone really well. I genuinely think she likes it. There are a few things I would change about it. I think if I was to do it again in the future, I would use the specialized glue gun for the wax rather than the blowtorch. I think that didn't work as well as I would have liked. And also, as it's a cosplay and it's part of an outfit, it was quite heavy for her to carry. So going forward, if I do any more cosplay stuff, rather than use actual wood, I will be better off using plastic and things that I don't usually like using. So that's something to bear in mind. Having said that, I do really like the way it's turned out. I like the fact that when you swirl it, it really glitters and you can see all the currents inside the potion. And I do think it's got a lot of character. I do also need to work on my wire wrapping, but that's one for another day. So now it comes to showing off the stuff in the final video, and luckily for me, I've got friends that will agree to go to the woods dressed as an elf to film a magical staff. So here it is.